Hi guys, what's up? I'm back with another video. Sorry it's been a minute. So I hope everybody had a good Christmas. I think it's New Year's Eve, I'm not completely sure. If it is, Happy New Year. Okay, there was a couple things I wanted to talk about. Hang on, I have something in my hair. Anyway, there's a couple things I wanted to touch on. The Nick Akkad avocado video that I mentioned in the last video. How I was, when I said it was like all, that I thought it was all big, you know, it was all like for views and, you know, like his recent drama with Stephanie So, how that was all like, I was like, oh, you know, the whole thing could be fake, it could all just be for views. It was. It ended up, because nothing about the whole situation makes any sense. Like, now she's totally forgiving, like, all of him, like, him and his friends that were making fun of her or whatever. Like, now she's completely forgiving, and, you know, Nick Avocado hasn't apologized to her, but, like, all of his friends that were making fun of her did apologize, and, excuse me, she was totally forgiving. She didn't hold anything against anybody. And for someone that was so upset, and to make, like, such a long 45-minute video about how you're so hurt and you're so upset that you felt gaslighted and manipulated, and now for you just to be like, oh no, it's cool. And she's even, get this, she's even selling merch, saying, like, with this, they were saying, like, when they were making fun of her, they were, because she had said she was in and out of sleep in her video, and that's why she didn't get back to him, or, you know, quickly enough or whatever. Well, anyway, when Nick Avocado in one of his lives, he was making fun of her, saying, you know, in and out of sleep, in and out of sleep. They were all making fun of her. Anyway, anybody who's watched the videos or knows about the drama, the YouTube drama, will know what I'm talking about. Anyway, they were all mocking her, and now she's selling merch that says in and out of sleep, in and out of sleep, and it has, like, the logo for In-N-Out Burger. I was right. I mean, like, I really didn't think that it was gonna be, like, a whole big, like, all of it was going to be fake and just for views. I was just saying that, like, oh, you know, it could be, and it is. Like, I fully 100%, it's not verified by anybody else, but I 100% believe that that's what it was. It's just for views. All of it was just for views. It's that the drama isn't even real. If I were you guys, I wouldn't pay any attention to it. I'm not paying any attention to it anymore. I was, like, so taken back when she made her next video and, like, started selling that kind of merch, and just, like, it's like, you know, just stirring everybody up for nothing. So I don't know. I'm done with it. I don't really pay that much attention to YouTube drama in the first place, but like I said, I do watch drama channels. It is entertaining, like, before I'm about to go to sleep and I'm just watching videos. It is quasi-entertaining to just, like, sit and listen to the bullcrap. But, you can't get invested in it. You can't invest your emotions in it or leave comments, like, defending one person over the other, because it could all just be fake, and you could just be investing your emotions and your time for absolutely nothing. So, you know, you can't let yourself get too involved in it. But anyway, back on another front. So instead of my tolerance coming down, I think I'm pushing myself to a place where, like, because I'm, like, so desperate, because I start drug court in January. It's, like, this, like, Vivitrol. Vivitrol is a shot that you can get for heroin addicts, and it's, like, basically they give you a shot once a month. You can only be on it for a year, and this shot basically prevents you from getting high, prevents you from feeling opiates, and it's supposed to help you with your cravings and whatnot. By the way, this drug has not been approved by the FDA. I read the other day online. That's kind of weird. But yeah, so it's like drug court, but with this Vivitrol. It's Vivitrol court. That's what it said online. So basically, that's the option I've been given over prison, and that's scary, you know, because I've never been on this stuff before, and I just think that it's scary to be put in a situation where I have to take this, like, drug that it has not been approved by the FDA. I'm just supposed to let somebody, you know, basically shoot that into my arm and just be like, oh, okay, well, have a good month, see you next month. And that weighs on my freedom. Like, that depends on whether I'm free or not. If I'm just, I don't know, I just think that's, after reading about Vivitrol, I'm not convinced that it's something that that it might not be the best idea for me. But, if it's either that, take that plea, or, potentially have to do 2+ years, and I can't do that. Where would I even go? Comment below if you know where people who have, like, amputees, like, people who are missing body parts, do they go to, like, normal prison? Because last time I went to prison, I wasn't missing any limbs, so I just went to normal prison. But, like, if anybody knows, please let me know. Like, do you go to a medical unit, or do you go to regular prison and just have to fend for yourself with a missing limb? I mean, like, I don't know, and I'm curious. So, um, but yeah, I think what it is like I'm in such a rush to do as much brown, we'll call it brown, brown as I can before I have to go to drug court, that, like, my tolerance is just getting higher and higher and higher, and it's going to make it harder when I have to just stop. So, during the past few days, I have been contemplating rehab. I've been to the free, state-funded rehab a couple times in Dallas. It's called Homeward Bound. I've been there. I've been there so many times. So that I'm thinking about doing that. It's like 5 to 7 days. They keep you. They medicate you. They have Tempur-Pedic beds. It's not a bad place. Food's not that good, but if I have to go, I'll go. It is what it is. I think what I was saying was, I think it's scary for me because, like, and I don't know if anyone else is in the position where you have to stop at some point, even if especially if it's like soon, and you just want to do as much as you possibly can before then, and that's kind of where I'm at, and it's probably not the smartest thing to be doing. I mean, I know that. I am aware it is not the smartest thing to be doing, but it's like I don't know if this is a good comparison. Please don't give me hate over it. But, like, it's like if your husband's going away to war, you want to spend as much time with that person and do as much with that person as you possibly can before they leave. Especially if they have to leave forever. So, sobriety's always been a really hard thing for me, and I'm scared. It's a whole process to get clean, and going through that process all over again, it scares the shit out of me. I fund my own addiction. It's completely on my shoulders, and I'm lucky for the little support I do have, but I'm 30 years old now, and I just turned 30, and I'm scared, dude. It's just scared as I was the first time I had to do it when I was like 21. I'm scared. I don't know if I can do it, and I don't want to wind up going back to prison. I can't go back to prison. I made a vow when I got out of prison the first time that I'd never go back, and I feel like such an idiot. I feel really stupid. I stayed out of trouble, not even a ticket, for 7 years. And I just, like an idiot, took benzos one night and caught more charges. I have cut those out of my life. No more Xanax. Because that was a whole nother addiction for a long time. I did that before I even started doing brown. So and I was able to get that to where I was only doing that, Xanax for like once a week, once on the weekends or whatever. But, it just takes that one time. That one time you act stupid and your parents end up calling the police on you because you're violent and going crazy because you took too many Xanax, and, you end up having dope on you, and you catch charges. So I'm at this point where I like my routine. I like my life. I like my life the way it is, and I'm so scared of it changing. I'm so scared of being in drug court. I'm scared I can't do it. And if, I applied for disability when I got my arm amputated, and I still haven't heard anything. So it's like, what's the point of being on probation in drug court if I can't even pay for it? I'm like, okay, I'm like, I don't know what I should do. I mean, I don't know if there's like a number I can call. Comment below if you know if there's like some kind of number you can call to like know the status of your disability application, because I put mine in and I haven't heard anything, and it's like, okay, I need that money if I'm going to be able to pay for probation. It's very expensive, and just holding down a normal job or going to fly a sign or that's not going to cut it. That may fund an addiction, but that's not going to cut paying for probation. They want a lot of money. So you need something like a disability check. In my position, anyway, knowing I can't get a job with my arm, you need a disability check to be able to pay for probation. So anyway, I'm not trying to ramble. I feel like if I don't sedate myself, I'm just in this position where I can't. I start thinking about real life. I start thinking about being sober, and I start having really bad anxiety, and I start feeling like I'm gonna have a panic attack. Ugh. I don't even like talking about it. That's why I was hesitant to make this video, because I knew I'd have to dive into a bunch of different things that, and then once I'm done making the video, I step back and I'm like, oh, now I'm thinking about all of it. I was talking to my mom today, and I was telling her, I want to have a hobby as soon as I have to be sober. If I'm going to be sober, I can't. Boredom, for me, I don't know about you guys, but boredom for me, I'll go right back to drugs. That's a big thing for me, like being bored, that idle time and not having anything to do, it just makes me immediately go back to thinking about drugs or wanting to do drugs, and I just feel like I don't have enough self-control to be sober. I really don't. And this is me being completely 100% honest with you guys. I just don't feel like I'm there yet. So being forced to do it is scary. Because I have failed so many other times. A lot. So, what I was talking to my mom in the car today, when I was getting home, and I said, maybe I'll invest in some polymer clay. I'm not bad at sculpting. Or, what I also wanted to do, because I love watching the mini cooking, the Miniature Space. Shout out to Miniature Space. I love the mini cooking shows. But that stuff is really expensive. You have to make an investment. So I was like, maybe I'll start another channel and do miniature cooking. But I just don't think I can invest a crap ton of money in all this miniature stuff, and then have to build a set, and then have to keep up with those videos as well as these videos. I think I'm happy just doing this for right now, but investing in polymer clay and some utensils wouldn't be that expensive. And my mom is an amazing artist. I'll put some art up one day on here that she's done, that she has a degree in art, so she's really good. So maybe she could do it with me. I don't know. I need some kind of hobby. If you guys have any ideas, I am a published poet. I don't think I'm in the headspace right now. I feel like I'd get immediate writer's block. So, luckily they didn't take the arm that I write with. I am left-handed. So there's that.